Why don't we invite next Sam Garcia? Sam Garcia will be our next guest here
I'm actually
on the
going on.
TikTok Live. What's going on?
Hello, sir.
Welcome.
I saw you on the other day, and you were somewhat negative about Kennedy, and I just want to hear some of the things.
Somewhat. Completely negative.
So I'm a lifetime Democrat.
Yep.
Biden, Hillary, even Bernie. But I feel like I get a lot of the message that Kennedy is trying to. And I'm just curious on some of the specific issues on which you are
Well, what do you
more.
like about him?
Seems honest. I love the fact that he was an environmentalist lawyer. He went to work on the Hudson River. He went
Okay,
to
but
work
let's hold on.
against.
Let's just to pick one thing. So let's go through step by step. He's honest. Do you
Okay.
want someone who's honest or someone who you think will enact policy that will be good for you and the country? What's more important?
Okay. So policy wise, me
Okay, but you
personally,
didn't answer my question.
can you clarify the question a little more?
You said that he's honest as a reason, period, that you are interested in him. But let's put aside, would you support someone who's honest but whose policies you find to be bad ideas, just hypothetically?
Not if I didn't align with the policies, no.
Beautiful. So we can kind of scratch off honest because you said the policy is what matters. So you
Okay.
like that he was an environmental lawyer. Are you aware now as a candidate of what he has said his approach to dealing with climate and the environment would be?
I know he's in a lot of favor of building the electric grid so we can start using solar as a much more reliable source of energy rather than coal and gas.
Fair, and Joe Biden not only is in favor of that, but actually includes money for that in the Inflation Reduction Act. But I'm going to tell you what RFK Jr. has said his general approach would be to dealing with climate. He said, let the free market and private industry sort it out. He doesn't think we need regulations, and this is one of the most ridiculous ideas
Is it
because
is
the
it
argument that
regulation?
sorry, what was that?
Is it regulation that I understand he's a free market capitalist but he also wants to remove a lot of the subsidies that are allowing oil and coal and some of those industries to thrive and almost not even let other things compete. But
Yeah,
continue on. Sorry to interrupt.
I've not seen him say that on fossil fuel subsidies, but I believe you that that's what he said. My concern with RFK, and we're not going to be able to go through every policy because I got 30 people waiting and
Right.
all these things, but on environmental stuff, my concern is if the last 40 years since ExxonMobil found out in the 70s, 50 years, that what they are doing, drilling and refining oil to then turn it into gas to be burned and pump poison into the atmosphere. ExxonMobil found that out 50 years ago, and they tried to cover it up. If we've learned anything since that time, it's that they will not regulate themselves effectively, that the free market will not take care of the environment. So that's a fundamental disagreement I have with him on the environment. Is that fair?
Yes, I well his only stance his opinion, which obviously would need to be found out through actual practice, but he believes that solar and wind would kind of take them out in a free capitalist market.
I think it's possible that would happen to a degree. And on
Can
that
I
particular,
talk to you about one more topic?
sure.
He has stated that he believes. So I'm a 27-year-old, two college degrees, no student debt, 750 plus credit score. I can't get approved for a housing loan.
Why?
That's a great question. Interest rates are really high.
But hold on. Who tells you where have you applied that you've been turned down?
Well, it was a very complicated thing with my parents. They were going to lose their house because of some issues they had with the HOA. So I applied for a $340,000 loan to buy their house from them, and I was denied by six different lenders.
You applied for a loan or a mortgage?
A mortgage.
You
sorry,
applied
mortgage.
for a mortgage to buy your parents' house.
And this was in 2022.
Okay.
Yeah, they'd gotten in some trouble with the HOA. I was trying to do some things to keep it for them.
And why were you turned down?
Lack of proof of income over a long period of time.
Oh.
And I graduated with my second degree, 2021. I was a football player, so that's how I
So it
was able.
sounds like you applied for a mortgage like 6 months after graduating and you were turned down. I don't
It,
know.
it was about a year and a half. I did have proof of income. Like I said, I have a decent credit score, and I'm not making any excuses. But just one of the things that Kennedy has proposed would be a 3.5 mortgage for single-family home buyers, and imposing a tax against corporations that such as BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard that have been buying up the single-family houses over the last couple of years.
But so hold on a second. You're saying Robert F. Kennedy Jr. would, aside from what the prevailing mortgage rates are, he would just say anyone buying a single family home gets a 3.5% interest rate on what? On a 30-year fixed, or on which product?
If
And with what credit score?
I want to say it's a 30-year fixed. I want to say I want to say it's first-time home buyers. I
First time.
I wish I
Okay.
it
Listen,
may be first time.
I don't know the
Sorry.
policy, and it sounds like you don't either, so I don't want to go in circles. But listen, for me, it's not RFK Jr. Check out, I have like a dozen videos about him, and they will say much more than we possibly could now about RFK Jr.